Well-known Econometrix senior economist Tony Twine has been described as a true gentleman. And closing arguments are expected at the Durban High Court today in the trial of the Lotte siblings Nicolette and Hardus. I'm Richard Brooks. Well-known Econometrix senior economist Tony Twine has been described as a true gentleman. Twine died yesterday after suffering a heart attack. Edwin Nsidi reports.
Tony Twine was born in Cape Town on the 23rd of March in 1954. Twine served as a board member of the Road Accident Funds. TSEC economist Mike Schuessler says Twine's expertise will be missed.
He is a great loss to this country. I think we all have been helped along the way by somebody like Tony Twine.
Twine's wife Madeline says she's heartbroken.
Oh my goodness, I don't know. Caught me at a difficult time.
She says Twine is likely to be laid to rest later in the week.
The abandoned Grootfontein mine on Gauteng's East Rand, where 20 illegal miners died in a massive rockfall last week, will probably be sealed off with concrete, burying the miners in a mass grave. Formal recommendations will be made to the Mineral Resources Department and the Chamber of Mines today. The rescue team sent down to recover the bodies has called off the operation, saying the area is unsafe. Solidarity's Gideon Duplessis.
This morning, the head of the Mine Rescue Services informed us that definitely they will recommend that they just seal off the area because it's too dangerous to go and remove the bodies. That's the unfortunate situation. It's very sad. It may sound inhumane, but they've indicated to us that they are prepared to risk lives to save lives, but they're not prepared to risk lives to recover bodies. And in this regard, it's a very brutal scene and the bodies are crushed.
Closing arguments are expected at the Durban High Court today in the trial of the Lotte siblings Nicolette and Hardus, as well as Nicolette's former boyfriend Matthew Naidu. All three are pleading not guilty to the double murder of the siblings' parents, Johannes and Maria Lotte, in 2008. The siblings have told the court that Naidu claimed to be the third son of God, and that he programmed their minds into committing the crimes. Minoshni Pillay has more.
It's been almost 4 years since the deaths of Johannes and Maria Lotte, and now their children Nicolette and Hardus will soon know the consequences of their grisly actions. While they admit to stabbing and strangling their parents, they say they were programmed into these actions by Matthew Naidu. Hardus says he killed his parents to save the world, and Nicolette alleges that Naidu and his mother masterminded the plot for her inheritance. But Naidu has refuted claims that he ever plotted to kill the Lottes or that he spoke at any time as the third son of God. Minoshni Pillay, SABC News, Durban.
Public Enterprises Minister Malusi Gigaba says the government's Healthcare Train initiative will help poor people access basic healthcare services. He was speaking at the launch of a second healthcare train in the Eastern Cape. The train, that's also known as the Train of Hope, started operating 17 years ago. It has assisted thousands of people who could not afford healthcare. Gigaba explains.
This initiative contributes towards enhancing access by poor people to healthcare services provided by government to ensure a healthy lifestyle for all the people of our country. We make access possible through a mobile train which goes to 5 provinces around the country, particularly reaching out to the poorest of the poor who would otherwise have to pay sums of money to access healthcare services in town.